Hey everybody, Sean with Slotcarspacesolutions here. And we got a special project we're going to take on tonight. It's going to be the Chevrolet Monte Carlo County Sheriff Special Edition. For all you collectors out there, this is Scalextric number C4108, and this is based off the Scalextric Monte Carlo stock car here, and this was produced in limited quantities for MRE. And MRE, great people that they are, was able to commission this car. Now, I believe there's 500. I'm sure somebody will jump in and let us know, but these are all hand painted. They were commissioned by some people over there in England. And it looks here that it's got the same wheels that the stock cars come with in the sets and the painted ones. Of course, the body and whites that you get from Scalextric have the white rims. As well, it's got all clear glass. There's no rivets here on the front window. There would be 4 rivets that were painted on the stock cars, as well as the securing straps that would be here. Those are gone. There's no window net. That's the first thing we notice. And if you guys can look in there, there's no roll bars going up to the roof. And you have a police-like driver in there. So, yeah, let's take a look at what we're going to use today. What comes with this kit is a nice little note here. We'll get it out here so everybody can read. It says the resin light bar. And it gives you some nice instructions to use. Carefully paint the red and blue lights. And gives you some different brands there. And attach double-sided tape. Well, this is the light bar that they give you guys. Let's try to get you guys in focus here. And it's the light bar they give you. Doesn't really suit the car for my taste. So what I got for you guys here is a little kit to get this together. Everybody knows that I'm a Carrera digital racer, so we're going to be converting this to work on the Carrera digital track. First things first, we need a light bar. This light bar looks pretty good on this car. Take some better pictures coming up here. Whoops. But and we'll secure it. We're going to show you guys how that's done. But the light bar here is from a Carrera parts kit. It's part number 89896, and it's for the Chevy Camaro Sheriff that's out. And what it comes with is a set of mirrors and the light bar. No LED lights. We're going to talk about that in a second here, though. What we're going to run is the digital decoder 26743. Now, if you guys can see through there, there is a kind of a tealish green and white wire there. There's going to be 2 of those in there, and those are going to go to a standard Carrera flashing LED panel that would be in all of their service vehicles for the police vehicles, and as well the fire truck that just came out. That would be this panel here. You guys can kind of see this. You can see that it says R plus, R negative on the right, B plus, B negative on the left. I guess you can't really see the B plus. And we're in focus there. You guys can see that B minus is at the top on the left, R minus. That's for red and blue. And this is the standard Carrera flashing LEDs that would be found on the police cars. So I pulled this out of a damaged car that we had for test days. At one of the fairs, and what happens here is you can see there's 2 little indents. These will plug directly in like this, And we will drill 2 holes in the hood or the roof of the Scalextric police car, and we're going to be mounting that. One other item that we're going to be using today is our new kit from Slotcarspacesolutions. It's going to have a Franken-slot conversion guide in here, so it'll work better on our Carrera track. It guaranteed to close the lane changers here and be able to better footprint into the guide. So we're going to use that. We have our exclusive Slotcarspacesolutions power lead. Now this has the factory Carrera plug on it. So this will plug right into that digital decoder. And we'll put this ends right into the bellows part here with these crimped brass bellows that'll attach into the braids here. And as well, we have the female plug. This will attach to the Scalextric wires that come from the Scalextric motor in the car. We'll show you guys all that. The few tools that we'll need for this project here is going to be the Phillips screwdriver / my pointer. We're going to need a hot glue gun just to securely mount the chip. That's the way I like to do it. I'll show you guys how to do that. We'll secure all the wires with that. We do need to do 2 soldered connections for that one female plug. So we have our soldering iron here, and as well we got our small diameter solder here for small electronics. Okay, we're going to get this together here. Hold tight. Okay, now here we got the body off of the chassis. You guys can see probably why this is becoming a popular chassis. It's wide and it's flat. There's only the one little curl up at the back there. So this is a really great chassis. So what we're going to do now here is we're going to cut this the lead wires here from the motor, the red and the black wire. We're going to give ourselves a little bit of extra wire here. So we'll cut those here. We're going to take off this DPR hatch plug assembly from the hatch, and then we're going to take out this guide blade. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take out this screw, and what that's going to do, that's going to allow this wiring to pop right out of here, and we're going to take this blade right out. We're going to remove these braids completely, and the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to poke a hole right here for the LED, and another little rectangular hole for the switch, and that'll correspond here with our decoder. I'm still running some of these older decoders. There is a newer one out that's got a little bit of the more blue board. They're essentially the same. This is a little bit bigger, but no problem fitting in this chassis with the inline. It's still going to sit down right like this. We're going to have no problem fitting it around that motor. This is actually really close to what the Carrera cars are anyways. Carreras are inline, so this is almost like it was meant to fit. It'll go around the motor here. No problem there. As well, we got, here's the 2 extra wires that you guys might be thinking what's going on here. So those are for the flash and LED. That's what makes this chip distinctive from the other ones that we use in our videos. And here's the same colored matching wires. That's going to be our red and blue flash and LED. That's going to plug in there. The next thing that we're going to do too is we're going to be changing the guide blade and the wiring harness. So I've already popped out the wiring harness here, and we put the brass bellows on. You can kind of see there, I'm trying to just get this in focus. I just crimped that down there so there's no more solder connection there. And grab this here. You guys can kind of see there's like a little bit of a half round there and a flat. So what happens is we're going to feed the braids up through here, and then we're going to jam the brass bellow in there. And essentially the little cup at the end here of the brass bellow, let's see if I can get that in focus there, is going to prevent that braid from pulling back down while the car's moving forward. Again, these are better blades than the Scalextric one. I'll show you guys a comparison. We have some other videos as well that you guys can look up here in the catalog. Yeah, so let's move on to the next step of that, and I'm going to open up the body here next. Okay guys, well now here we've got here is we're going to take the body tray out. We're going to take the tray and we're going to take the glass out so that we can poke the 2 holes in the roof. So first thing we look here is there's these tabs that are underneath the window net, and we'll just kind of gently bend the body like this backwards. It might be easier to pull this back part out or the front. Let's just try here a little bit. You know, I think I'm going to need one more tool here, everybody, and that's going to be my flat knife. All right, let's try this again here. So then we got our little knife here. Let's just see if we can, yeah, let's pry that up like that. All right, so now we get our body tray out here, and that comes out. Now let's take a little look here, everybody. It's really hard to tell where they took the body out. So you can just see here, I'll get my knife. You can see there was a roll bar that was right there, and they have cut that. So this little thing here was cut, and it looks like the other roll bar that was, get that back in sight, was there. So there's a roll bar that went up to the window here, and another roll bar went up in here over by the driver. Let's see another distinctive features here. Looks like they just kind of put a driver in there. You can see a little bit of color just right in front of his body there. Right down in there, you guys can see that. It's a little bit of a shininess. So it looks like they've glued him in there. And that's what they've done. It's looked like they kind of mashed up the wheels here from... because they got the silver wheels. Now this matches all the painted chassis of the Monte Carlo. The glass is definitely not painted like the other chassis, so it's clear. And here you can see some bit of overspray here, some black. So these are all hand done. Great job that they did, and kudos on MRE for taking the initiative to do this. It's been just marvelous of them. And it gives a guy like me that likes to build a little bit of, take the digital accessories to the max, an idea. So we got a hole here in the roof with the glass. Now we'll line up, I'll do some measurements here, but I think that we can probably just slip that computer chip right in there. And I think we can. Yeah. Our 2 LEDs are going to fit in there. So let's see if that'll work out, placing the bar on the roof. I'll take some measurements, and I'll come back to the video here when we make some holes in the roof. I think we can do this. Okay, now we did a little bit of work here, everybody, and we got our light bar mounted. We got our LED panel mounted in the car. Wires run down. We've got our wiring hooked up for our motor. So we just had the one, oh, I'm out of focus there. Sorry, guys. So we just got the one wire that we had to, the 2 wires that we had to solder. So the red wire goes to the purple wire on the output of the chip. The black wire goes to the gray wire. That's how the motor wiring works. So again, we just did those 2 solder connections there. We did our crimp connection down here into the Franken-Slot guide blade. We just gotta freshen up those. We'll get those brushes all set up. So then we've got our 2 holes cut here, one for the switch and one for the LED light. So our chip is in there. Now we just got, everything's a little bit loose here. I did a quick test on the car. Car's wired correctly. We're going to hit a little bit of hot glue under here. We're going to hit a little bit of hot glue right here on this pillar post. And we're going to try to sneak these wires, chase them there. And then we're going to put the tray back in here. And we'll give that all a go. And I'll give you guys another little update in a second here.